this square wave here. Only 1% of our PMF devices give this option. We give this option additionally to the sawtooth with our local applicators, with the PET, the spot, because there's quite good research out that this signal, because of its very, very sharp rise, its long plateau and its very, very, very short fall time, has a very good analgesic effect. Because it triggers the output of endorphins. Yeah, and endorphins are good for pain relief. And that's why we use this signal for our local applicators, which you mostly use when you have some pain, or whenever you want to improve healing, wound healing or bone healing. This is the perfect waveform to do that, because it's just working very well. And we have more or less no science in regards to square wave and whole body exposure. And to me it makes sense, because comparing to the sawtooth, the square wave produces only the even harmonics, but not the uneven. And that's again physics. If you go on Wikipedia, square wave, it will tell you exactly what I told you now. It's physics. So we are lacking of all the uneven frequencies, which may make a difference when it comes to catch all of our 70 trillion cells, which we still don't know if we catch all of them. But our idea is, the higher the amount of frequencies we exposed, the higher the probability that we catch the most of them. So actually, PMF with our whole body, with a triple sawtooth, it's also based on probability. And not because we know everything. Right? So, 98% of all systems use a sine wave. 1% and 1% use square wave or sawtooth. I know one system, one of our competitors, it was in the 20 years ago, it was QRS, and now it's called pulse wave. Maybe you heard about that. They just changed the design, but the system is actually still 1998. Pulse wave, you can Google it, you will find it. And then you Google QRS 101 and you will figure out that's exactly the same system. The only difference is the QRS 101 was already manufactured 1998 and it was in Europe, and somebody in North America bought the rest of the units they produced, they put a different design on it, and now they sell it as pulse wave for $5,000. And the pulse wave is the only system which produces a sawtooth, but not a triple sawtooth. So only 1/3 of all the frequencies comparing to our system. But at least a sawtooth, heads off, that's a good system, because this system contains at least of a pulse generator. By the way, you can always recognize PMF systems when they have a very small control unit. You know, like a handheld or whatsoever. There is never ever a pulse generator built in. Because it requires some space, and the pulse generator creates a lot of heat. Because it transforms a digital signal into an analog signal. And that's why there is a lot of energy consumption, and with this energy consumption there is a lot of heat production. And that's why, for example, you can see our Omnium DA converter. It has a lot of holes because the DA converter inside produces heat. You know, and also the IMRS Prime has a connector box. And this connector box is made of aluminum, which is great for heat dissipation. And that's why you won't feel it so much. But the connector box also becomes quite warm. Because in our connector box is not only one DA converter, we have two. Because we have a left side and the right side of the system. We have actually two completely independently running PMF systems in one. With the same performance. Yeah, nobody has this.